located throughout Canada and provide small business services to people living in rural and northern communities. In Manitoba, there are 16 regions, 5 of which are located in the north. Community Futures North Central Development serves the North Central region, which consists of 17 communities. Our office is guided by a board of directors comprised of members from each community. So, what exactly do we do? We assist communities with business and community development by offering a variety of supports and resources, such as business loans, training workshops and information sessions, and providing one-on-one support to entrepreneurs. In other words, we are the place to go to when you want to find out how you can start, manage, or grow a business, or get a community project off the ground. Over the next few weeks, you are going to hear us talking about social enterprises. So I want you to get familiar with what a social enterprise is. Basically, it's a business that can be run by an individual, a group of partners, or even a whole community. But rather than its focus being on making a profit, the focus is more on how the business helps the community, or in other words, what is the social impact of that business? It kind of falls somewhere in between being a non-profit organization and being a for-profit business. So welcome to Business Basics Community Conversations, and let's see if you can get inspired to make a difference in your community. Good afternoon, Roy.
Good afternoon, Michelle. How are we?
I'm good. So before we start, I'd like to acknowledge that we are on Treaty 5 territory, the home of the Dene, the Cree, the Inuit, and the Métis people. So I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Michelle Pruder, and I work here at Community Futures North Central Development in Thompson. And my co-host?
Hello, I'm Roy Mexted of Churchill Entertainment here in Churchill.
Okay, so before we get to the fun part of the show with our guests, I just wanted to touch a little bit on last week. If you remember, we had Carly Bassler from Rocket Greens talking about the greenhouse up in Churchill. And we had a lot of comments that came in on our Facebook page and with some really great recipes or different ideas of how you could use those greens in your cooking. So I want to thank our viewers for sharing all of that. And, Roy, you did something with that.
Yeah, well, keep watching to the end, guys. If you did enter that competition, we're going to give away that tablet at the end of it. So, yeah, some great recipes.
Yeah, and the other thing I learned from the comments was that there's also a greenhouse up in Norway House. So I want to learn more about that and just see, you know, what's the difference between how they run it there compared to Churchill. And who knows, maybe there's some other communities that are also running some greenhouses that we don't even know about. So, you know, again, it's just that reminder how it's good to have these conversations and find out what other people are doing, especially up here in the north.
Absolutely. Sharing is caring.
It is. And the other thing I wanted to point out is the social enterprise and the spectrum of it. And Roy, you're going to bring up a picture for us. So when we're talking about social enterprise, you know, there's no black and white, this is social enterprise, this is not. This is a business for profit, this is not. Usually businesses fall somewhere on the spectrum, and you can see on that picture that Roy brought up that on the one side we've got traditional business, and that's, you know, we're out to make a profit, where you're looking at what is the financial value of that business. And then on the other end, we've got sort of your traditional charity or nonprofit organization that, you know, the primary drivers to achieve that social value. And then in between, you've got all the space that can be social enterprise. And when we think about last week and with the Rocket Greens, that was leaning more towards the charity side in the sense that it's somewhat funded. And it's a nonprofit sort of enterprise, but it's a social enterprise, definitely. And this week, our guest is more on the end of traditional business in that it is a for-profit business. But again, the social impact is definitely there, and you'll see that as we bring on our guest. And I just want you to be able to kind of see that as we go through interviews each week, you know, businesses can fall anywhere in between those two ends. So I just wanted to point that out. And one thing that when Frank Atnikov, he's been sort of mentoring me on social enterprise. He was saying, you know, sometimes in small communities, things that would be considered a social enterprise in a small community might not be a social enterprise in a big city. For example, he said, you know, if you opened a laundromat in a big city, you know, no big deal. There's lots of laundromats and it's a for-profit business. But you open that in a small community where there is no laundromat, that can have a real social impact in terms of serving the community. So that could be considered a social enterprise. Anyways, Roy, on to the fun stuff.
Yeah, as you can see behind me, what's coming up next, guys? Get the kids ready because we're going to meet the man behind the puppets. If you've seen Ken Bighetty on social media with his puppets, talking about different social causes and things that we should know through his puppets. We're very excited to have Ken. I don't know if we're going to have too many interruptions by the chief. I think he's hanging around, but we'll see if we can get I don't know if we're getting the chief or we're getting Ken. Oh. Hi.
Oh, hey, holy smokes, how's it going there, boss?
Oh, hi. Hi, Chief. Good to see you. How have you been?
So you don't touch me like you bow to me. That's like that.
We have to bow.
That's all I tell you one time. All right, just kidding. This is what they call a Zoom. Holy smokes. All I was talking about a Zoom this, do Zoom that, and now he's gone to use the washroom. He should be back soon.
Yeah,
but anyways, I took that toilet paper away. Probably using a shock. So anyways, how's it going there, boss? Holy smokes.
Are we able to, well, we're hoping to speak with Ken. I mean, I guess we could ask you the questions, but is Ken...
wait, he's coming here. Hey, what are you doing? Nothing. Get out of there. I'm supposed to be there. Let's go ahead, boy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here's the dummy. Just kidding, boy.
The dummy.
Hey, you're not supposed to say that.
And Ken, I think Chief turned you guys sideways.
All right, you gotta go now. All right. How's it going, you guys?
Good, Ken. We've got you sideways again. Can you flip it
sideways.
Around?
Whoa.
There we go.
All right.
We figured Chief was playing games with you.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know he was sideways. All right.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on today's show. We're super excited to have you and the Chief, of course. So Ken, to start with, we usually ask...
I didn't know I was sideways. I'm sorry.
It's okay, Chief. It's okay.
Okay.
You know, usually businesses or nonprofits, whatever it might be, they usually start because there's a need in the community or somebody sees an opportunity. And I'm just wondering with your business, what was that need or opportunity that you saw, or what kind of motivated you to get started in your puppetry?
Just the language, the laughter, the need for an outlet. There was hardly any Cree puppets, but then we quickly transcended into the English as well too. So we went from 2 puppets to 3 to 4. Now we have 5 puppets. So it's all over Manitoba. So into Dene territory as well too. And we've gone to schools in Thompson talking about bullying and stuff like that. And the puppets transcend that kind of issues. So it's a lot of fun though.
Yeah, and Ken, you mentioned something when we were speaking the other day about when things kind of really took off. And it was something to do with neck bones and...
Yeah, look, we were slowly coming on Facebook with our few friends. And then it kind of built itself up. People were sharing. And then I started at KTC and I was tobacco reduction. And then I said, we'll have a conference. And I said, there's these puppets. They're on Facebook. And then I said, that's me. That's us. That's me and my brothers. So we came to, I phoned my late brother, Russell. And I said, you're coming on a plane, you're booked, you're everything. And he goes, really? You're kidding. I said, no, you're booked, your hotel, everything. Are you serious? And he goes, yeah. So we get to Thompson and we're all excited, we're happy. And then we went to McDonald's. So we pulled up and we ad-lib everything. And then he orders neck bones and Ichiban. He orders neck bones. Excuse me, what can I have? I want some neck bones and Ichiban. And we pulled up, we all bursted out laughing, and we posted it right away on the spot. And it just went ding, ding. The people were just sharing, and then that's when it went viral.
Wow.
Look how cute they are. They're cute.
They are
They definitely
adorable.
got little personalities, don't they?
My late brother said, "Be the puppet." So all of our characters are based on our characters. There's no separation. So it's us that you see in our personalities that are into the puppets.
Right, right. And you were mentioning that you go to schools and actually all over the country.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about what you do when you do that.
Well, when we go to the schools, we start from each classroom. Every classroom we go to, we talk about bullying, to be kind, most of all, to be kind to yourself, and also to bring the laughter out in the kids, because we disappear. Even though we're holding the puppets, we disappear. And the kids just talk about the puppets. So we've been all over Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Alberta. We were up in Yellowknife. We were up in Ontario. We've been to youth conferences, elders conferences, national conferences, in all stages. We even keys in Cree with non-Aboriginal people in Winnipeg downtown. And then I said, and then I translated. I said, to be or not to be. Like they like Shakespeare, but they got the joke, the gist in it. I said, and the chief said, "Why are you guys laughing?" So stuff like that. So we all just do Orange Shirt Day and stuff like that. So and the kids, and then we post it on Facebook, but a lot of the kids say post it on YouTube, post it on YouTube. And I kept wondering, why is this kid wanting me to post on YouTube? Oh, he doesn't have Facebook. So we post on YouTube as well too. So, and that's where we get a lot of followers on YouTube as well too.
Okay. Wow. It's interesting how, there's the entertainment component of it, but the education is
Yes.
really what it is. And you bring it, you're educating in such a fun way.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, yeah.
I mean, I was watching who was the character talking at the Thompson Hospital, talking about COVID and wash your hands and look after the doctors and nurses. They want to go home safely to their families, and I couldn't stop watching it. It was so engaging.
Yeah. That's the chief with his traditional hat, or with his hunting hat. So we teach kids about food doesn't all come from Walmart, Safeway. You need to get out. You need to engage in the land. And my hat is made out of all animals, and the jacket's all animals, not Nike. It's not this, it's not that. So we talk about that with children as well too. And also the puppets are able to talk, they transcend beyond that, right? So we're able to tell people through the puppet to stay home, not go around, don't be stupid. Like they're able to, and people don't get offended because it's a puppet, right? But if I go and say it, well, they're going to say, well, why is he saying that? I seen him out walking at Walmart. So, but the puppet, it isn't. So me talking in Cree, I only got like 4,000 views. My chief talking, like plus 50,000 views. So he makes a bigger impact.
Yeah.
But it's me in the puppet. So I'm not separate. I mean what I say through him. So,
Right.
well, which I can't say through me. So when I said the nurses are tired, so they want to go home too. So we educate that way as well too.
So the other thing about businesses is that they typically benefit the communities, whether it's a nonprofit or for-profit or somewhere in between, a social enterprise. And as you were talking, I was just thinking about how your business has benefited the community. Can you talk a little bit more about that, just about how the kids maybe respond to you or look up to you, or what do you think the benefits have been for kids?
When we go to here in Thompson and into northern Manitoba to Oxford House, the communities, and we've been all throughout the communities in northern Manitoba, Nelson House, Leaf Rapids, into those areas, and we talk about education. That is key. And then if you go into town, that make sure that you follow, like, to be friendly. So we talk about bullying. So don't be a bully. So when you go to into Thompson, you'll be able to find, if you're kind, kindness follows you, and if you're good to yourself, people will see that. And we talk about as well too about language, to maintain your language and stuff like that too. And with the Thompson area, in terms of the business sector, it's about having fun. We've gone into KFC, and then we've kind of we're hunting. Well, with a tree that's there, said, well, I can't catch nothing. I said, well, I'm going to go into KFC. And then people got the joke, right? So And then we've gone into University College of the North. We've had a few conferences there. And we saw Senator Murray was there during one of the big conferences that came. So I went there too with my character. And I said hello to Senator Murray, and he goes, "Stay away from me." And I said, "Well, what?" And I said, "I know who you are." But I was able to play with my chief, but I didn't say what I wanted to say. I let him talk, right? Because he's the senator, right? So I told him, I said, "We're going to Ottawa in May." This is before COVID hit. And then he says, "If you come to Ottawa, we'll let you into the chambers. I'll get all the senators." And we were like, "Oh my goodness." So it really highlighted where we're from, Thompson. I always say that. I'm from Thompson, Kelsey's from Nepal, and Danny's from Pukatawagan. So we get to highlight and where I work from, KTC, and then we work with the NRHA, and said that's the only way you can get through in life is if you partner. You can't go by yourself. So be good, and be good to your fellow workers who you work with. Find those branches where you can work with. So, and
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's about community, isn't it? And
yes,
building our communities and strengthening each other and helping one another. That's awesome.
we were a giant tiger, and I always travel with my puppet. And one of the guys, the coach, they were fundraising, the Pee Wee guys. I said, "Hey, what you got for your character?" He said, "Yeah, let me go grab him." And I grabbed him, and we did a little thing with the puppet with the two young Pee Wee players, and they were selling stuff at Giant Tiger by the area. And then I said, "These are NHL players for the future, and all that," and did a little like 45-second thing, and they were laughing, right? "Hey, thank you, thank you." Then, so they knew who I was because we were at Riverside and Wapanook, and the big Santa parade, we were there too, and then so it was good.
Wow, that's great. So Ken, if somebody else is thinking about starting a business or starting to maybe pursue their art a little more, or they have an idea and aren't sure where to start, what do you suggest to people?
If they have nowhere to start, I had no canvas in Pukatawagan, and I went to the bush and I used birch bark, and I painted on birch bark, and I did my stencil cutouts on birch bark. Work with what you have. People don't try and, here, I need a canvas. It's not about that. It's about finding what you can use. And then if you want to start, also start with what you love to do. You can't get tired loving what you do. Somebody will see you. I was at the TRCC, and this kid, I was doing my birch bark art when they used to have the big displays. And I had a table there, and this one kid with autism, I think, kept staring at me, kept coming. And the mom came, or the guardian, and said, "You touched something." And I was telling him, "Oh, my grand used to go to the bush, and here's what I do." And he's seeing me paint in this birch bark. And at the end of the day, I gave it to him, and I pointed to him, "That's yours. That's you." So you touch somebody that way. You don't know who's watching you. And that's one of the teachings I got was, you don't know who's watching you. Sometimes you say, "Well, nobody knows what I do," but people see you.
Mm-hmm.
They'll see you, what you're doing, and then in 5 years' time, I said, "Hey, I see you're still working at that." Or even when you're walking downtown or at the mall, you'll get noticed.
Yeah.
So always take care of yourself, enjoy what you do, and then it grows from there, right? So when you say, "Hey, I started something," well, it's you. So it's you and what you love to do.
And that's
So that's what.
Got advice too, like start small, right? Start with what you have and build it up from there, kind of see how it goes, right?
Yeah.
I love just doing what you love, like you said to us before, Ken. If you're doing what you love, more often people are scared to kind of do that because they're not sure if other people would like it. But that's the key. If you're enthusiastic and love it, chances are other people do too. It's just natural, right?
People were asking us, "How did you guys start?" And we went like this. We started off with thoughts. That's how we started. So I pulled this out of. So that's how we started, right? And it was just all ad lib stuff, and we just don't be scared to just to have fun. So we're off the cuff. We don't have scripts. So even when we have scripts, we go off script, and we actually have to tug on each other and say enough. So it's a lot of fun. So.
Well, we're having fun today, and we're going to go to a fun part right now and draw a winner of last week's show, and also tell people how to win something which is related to your show. Maybe the chief probably find this quite exciting, actually.
No, did somebody say my name? Holy smokes, never thought of it. Okay, your turn is up, boy. Just stay in the background here. So anyways, go ahead.
All right, Chief. Well, let me explain, mate. What we're doing today is we're giving away a Lenovo tablet to one of our viewers from the last week's show. If you're watching, guys, from the last show, there's some names on this wheel. And in the middle is the tablet you're going to win. So these are the people who commented on the last show saying what they would make in their kitchen with their rocket greens.
Roy, we're not seeing that wheel.
Okay, let me just make sure. The wheel.
The wheel, go.
Thanks
The
for
wheel,
telling me.
my notes. I know these things because I know. That's why I'm the chief.
You know too much.
Hey,
There
there
it
it is. There it is. Holy smokes.
Okay.
is.
Okay.
The Northern Fortune of Wheels.
Yeah. You can see the names on the side: Miriam Jackal, Claudia Grill, Erin Green, Stephen LaRock, Andrea Stevens, Linda Toes, Jennifer Roos Ledoux, Stephanie Johnson, Vicky McEwen, Stacey Courtney. So someone's going to win it. So tell me what to do, Chief. Should I spin the wheel?
Yeah, spin it 100 miles an hour.
Okay, let's go.
Holy smokes. Holy, what the Holy, I'm getting dizzy.
We're going to win. We're going to win. Oh, Claudia, it's going to Erin. Erin, great.
Erin, wow.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
That was so, I feel bad for Claudia.
Way to go. Way to go. You want some seagull eggs too. Come to Pukatawagan, you can have those seagull eggs. Come around June. Fresh
Seagull
eggs. Yeah, not eggs, seagull eggs. So it tastes good. Okay, get out of there. Get out of there.
Oh, Ken,
Okay, I gotta go.
Oh, Chief, you got to go. Oh, well, he's a.
No, don't. Stay
He's
away,
hard to
boy. It's
handle,
my
this
turn.
guy.
So Erin, you can, I'll talk to you on Facebook, I guess, and we'll get your mailing address and get that smart tab up to you. I believe you're
And
up
two
in
seagull eggs.
Hey, Chief, what do you think about this? We're going to give away another one of those tablets next week to somebody who's watched your video right on here today. And listen up, guys, because this is how you win the tablet for next week. Next Wednesday at 2 o'clock, same time, same station next week, right here. You're gonna see the winner. But before then, over this next week, you can put your comment inside this live stream video. Put a comment in there, and what you have to put in the comments is you have to suggest what Ken and Bighetty and Puppets and the Chief, what they should do next. Maybe you're going to say where they should go and what they should talk about. So let's get creative. What do you think, Chief? You going to take some suggestions, or where are you going next?
So I don't know, maybe the alphabet, we had like P as in panic with bologna and butter, K as in graph dinner, or K as in KFC. Holy smokes. But anyways, I don't know, maybe something like that, the letters that we can do for kids.
Oh, okay.
Some letters so because we talk.
That sounds good, Chief. Well, we're gonna go with the competition. All people just have to put in an idea for what they would like to see you guys do next.
Anything. You want me to jump into the snow, come out of the water, whatever. Just say I can do it.
That's a good idea. Go tobogganing or something. Yeah, there's heaps of things that you can do. So we'll put a description in this post again for everyone who can win.
Don't be scared. I can levitate too. Don't be scared.
My Lord.
Okay, well, Chief, I think we're going to talk a little bit more about some upcoming things.
Okay.
We better say goodbye to the Chief and Ken then, and we'll hopefully see you guys around and on social media. And it's so entertaining what you guys are doing.
All right, thank you very much.
It's ventriloquism as well. All right, thanks for the show. Oh, we're going to have to cut him off. I think the Chiefs had.
Yeah, he'll
too
keep
much.
talking. Carry on.
Guys, we're gonna have to just get. Here we go. Here we go. We'll just tap. There we go. He's a bit excitable, that chief.
He is. So Roy, coming up, we have, there's some governance training that's been going on. That's, for a new board or an existing board, or if you just want to learn a little bit more about what is a board and when do we need to have a board. If we're a social enterprise, do we need a board? If we're, a business, is that something we need? There was one session today already, but you can still sign up for the upcoming ones next week and the following weeks. So if you want to register, contact me or just our office here at North Central Development. And you can see on that page, the email is there as well as the phone number. And then the other thing that's coming up is the Indigenous Women's Entrepreneurship Training. And that is starting on Wednesday, February 17th. It's running for 3 weeks. It is 6 modules. So when you sign up, you're signing up for all 3 of those weeks. It's a 3-part workshop. And it will be in the evenings from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. You do need to register ahead of time because I have materials I need to send to you. So the sooner you can get yourself registered, the better, so that I can get those out to you. And every person participating, I have room for 10 women, will receive a free smart tab as well. So, and there's some great topics we're going to be covering. And whether you're already in business and looking to grow, or you're brand new to the idea of starting a business, there's a little bit for everybody in there. So I'm hoping to hear from you. So send us an email or give us a call and we'll get you registered. And that brings us up to the end. Next week, we've got, who's our guest next week?
Bzz, the bee guy, Stephen LaRock from Arctic Gold Honey. I seen him one time in a place in Winnipeg, an outdoor show, and yeah, I got some of I got a couple of those honeys, all different flavors. They're really nice. So we're going to talk to him about his enterprise. It's going to be great.
Yeah, and it's not just, you just think honey. He's got a lot of different products, and he's very socially conscious. So it's definitely, we're going to learn some things about maybe what could happen in other people's communities. So we're looking forward to sharing some time with him.
Excellent. Well, that's all, folks. Thanks. It was great to speak with Ken and Chief. Chief was going to come back on, but they've slipped off the line, so never mind. But it's congratulations to Erin for winning the tablet. Make sure you put your comments in and share this around so they have the chance to win another tablet. You can see how easy it is. Easy it is to win. So there's going to be going for multiple weeks, guys. So lock onto this event, and we'll see you every week. Win a tablet, learn about all these little unique little enterprises. We're having a lot of fun. So join us again.
Okay. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone. See you next week.
Bye, 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 bye.